Hello and welcome to this edition of PC's Take from Salty Earth Pictures, where we'll be reviewing the movie Lottery Ticket. The question I want to ask you today is, what would you do if you won $370 million? Would it change your lifestyle? Would it change you? Would it change the people around you? One of the themes that gets brought out in this movie that stars Bow Wow, Ice Cube, and Brandon T. Jackson is, money doesn't change you, it changes the people around you. The synopsis of this movie is very simple, that a young man wins a lottery and he has 3 days over the 4th of July weekend before he can claim that ticket. Will he survive? Well, you'll have to watch the movie and see. I think one of the themes that gets brought out in this movie, as I said once before, is that money doesn't change you, it changes the people around you. And you're going to see that in this movie quite frequently, that are people going to like you for who you are, or are people going to like you for what you have in your bank account? I think of the scriptural standpoint for this is that when Paul wrote his letter to young Timothy, he said that, it's not a bad thing to have money. He said it's the love of money that gets you into trouble. And those people that scratch, claw, do whatever they can to try to get rich are going to fall into a great trap. But again, I think of how Paul said, godliness with contentment is great gain. And that's a good theme for us to have. And especially if you're watching this too, if you're at a younger age, maybe at the high school age where I teach, just let people like you for who you are and not what you have to impress them with or think you have to give in order to get their friendship. Again, here are some things that you're going to probably like about the movie. There's some comedy, a little bit of action, even a little suspense in there as well. Some of the things that weren't so great about the movie is probably, again, the language and, again, maybe the sexual content that was in there. The movie starts out a little bit slow, but if you kind of work your way through it, the last half an hour is the payoff and worth it. But because of, again, the language and the content, I'm only going to give it 2.5 popcorns out of 5. Again, this is Pastor Clark signing off from Salty Earth Pictures, and again, reminding you that as long as you have God's love, you're rich beyond compare.